Welcome back, Muffy Mafia. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we're going to be cleaning up a little bit of electrical wire with the KC Universal Wire Hider. This is a great product if you're looking at cleaning up any of the electrical that you are running from either underneath your engine bay, up the windshield, and to your roof rack, whether that be for a light bar like my 40-inch Heretic, or if you decide to run comms, like I could move my Midland Stealth antenna, run it up the side and mount it to my roof rack. But anything like that you're looking at kind of concealing or keeping that clean look, this is a great product for that. So let's go ahead and get into installing the KC Universal Wire Hider. Let's go ahead and go over what comes in the Universal Wire Hider from KC. As you can see up top, it does say it comes in a little over 3 feet worth of length and conceals wires up to 8 millimeters in diameter. Now, as we flip it over, it does come with a rubber extrusion to hide your wires. It maintains the OEM clean look. You do get a 3M adhesive tape to secure it, and you get a cleaning alcohol wipe. So we're just going to follow the 3 easy steps, but let's get into it and check out what's actually inside here. All right, here's what comes in the kit. You have your wire hider tube. You do have an alcohol pad for cleaning up the windshield. You do get an instruction sheet, a nice little thank you card, and then you get 3 pairs of strips here that will be adhering to the backside of the wire hider. So let's go ahead and get cleaning on the windshield. Now, as you can see, I do have a little bit of an issue with my wiring harness for my 40-inch Heretic. Once this kind of heats up, even though I'm tucking it under the factory weather seal here, it does have a tendency to kind of fall out, and then I'm left with all this play. So this is what the KC Wire Hider is actually going to help clear up. So first things first, I'm just going to kind of move this to the side. We're going to clear up this edge because we're going to be running it right along parallel with the factory weather stripping. I'm going to take my Chemical Guys glass cleaner, spray that on there, and just clean up this side here. And this is just going to be the first step. Then I'm going to take the alcohol swab that comes in the kit and just give that a quick run down the side there, just to really get all the imperfections and any other residual off of the windshield. Next up, we're going to measure just how much of this we're actually going to use, because this is actually a lot. So I'm going to start measuring from the top here and see how much length I'm going to need. So go ahead and find the top of the windshield, run this all the way down, and figure out how far down I actually want to cut. And then that's going to be my measurement. That's how much I'm actually going to be utilizing. So we'll cut this off, and then we'll add the adhesive 3M tape to the back here and get this installed. All right, now that I've cut my wire hider to length, you'll see that one side actually has kind of this channel. This is where we're going to be adhering our 3M tape. And then you have an opening on one side, which is where you'll be able to slide the electrical wire into, and I am going to butt this flat end up against the factory weather stripping, and that is how I'm going to set this up. And I guess I'll just I'll cut a little bit off of here just to fill in that last little gap, and we should be good. All right, now that we have the windshield cleaned off, I'm gonna make sure that I'm orienting this the correct way. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off one section of my 3M tape and make sure that I get this aligned up at the top where I wanted it. And we're going to be butting it right up against of the windshield here and right against the weather sealing. So I'm just going to take my time, make sure I press down on that, make sure I got a good seal with that tape. And that's the first section. Happy with it, and then I'm going to make my way down the rest. One thing I find constantly challenging about this 3M tape is trying to get the backing off of it, at least getting it started. It has a tendency not to stay where you want it to. So take your time. I'm using a razor blade to try and separate the red backing from the actual strip. And then just making sure that I'm pulling the wire hider as close to the weather stripping, the factory weather stripping, as I can. Now I have my last section here. Sometimes it comes off really nice, other times it does not. So I'm gonna finish this up. Make sure we press up as close as we possibly can. And then we're just gonna press for about 30 seconds all the way up, making sure we have good pressure all along here, because this 3M tape holds really, really well, especially since we've cleaned the glass as well. All right, now as you can see, this is how far down I measured. So I gave myself just a little bit of a gap here. This isn't going to be too noticeable. I mean, you can determine just how far down you actually want to go, but this should help me move my wiring harness up in there, and still I'm not exposing it like I have here. The other aspect of the wire hider that you'll see is that it is a bit more raised than your factory weather seal, but I do have it leveled all the way up there, and we're going to put that 40-inch wire harness right in there, and it should clean that right up. All right, now that we have this set, it's pretty solid on there, not going to go anywhere. Now what we can do is we can open this up and we can slide the wire harness all the way up in there. All right, now as you can see, I do have that wire harness, which is a little bit bigger than an 8mm that's recommended for this, which does give a little bit of a gap on this side, but that's okay, as it does give a nice finish to that wire harness. Now if you were to run something smaller, kind of like the wire for the Midland radio, then you won't run into this sizing issue. But the nice thing is that you can put one on the driver's side, and you can also put one up along the passenger side if you need to, and run wires up into your roof rack. It's a great way to kind of finish it off and not worry about having a wire just dangling out onto the windshield. All right, my friends, that's going to wrap it up on this KC Universal Wire Hider. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you like this solution for running wires up from the engine bay to the roof rack? I kind of like it because now you're not having to drill holes through the roof, which, yeah, I'd be wondering a little bit about you if that's what you were doing. But hey, I think this is a great solution. If you are interested in picking up a set, I will have a link to them down in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you smash the like button and you are subscribed for more videos like this. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.